Describe your background with the X-Men. Are you a longtime fan, and what did it mean to you to work on this series?
Oh man, am I a lifetime fan? Am I a lifelong fan? And what did it mean for me to work on this series? One 5, 6 year old me would be absolutely thrilled and not believing myself that I have this job. Um, eh, for myself, X-Men goes back to when I was a kid and Pizza Hut was doing those promos with the VHS tapes to get Night of the Sentinels 1 and 2, where we could watch Morph die over and over again. But that spawned my love of the series, which in turn got me to watch the show once it was officially on broadcast. And then, as far as what it means to me to be on this show, it's nothing short of a dream come true. It's one thing to be asked to be on an X-Men anything, but it's another thing to be asked to be on this X-Men show, that X-Men show. Right. And so to not only get to grow up to be a fan and be inspired by the show, and it's one of the very shows that pushed me to be an artist, pushed me to be into comics, to be a big nerd, to get to contribute to the long timeline that is the X-Men IP and the love for the franchise, and to be an official blip, however large or small it may be, but just to get to be an official blip on that timeline is pretty dang humbling.
That's awesome. All right. Why do you think these characters made such an impact with audiences?
Why do I think these characters have made an impact with audiences? For me, I believe it just comes down to the simplicity of there's so many characters and so many unique backstories and lives and points of view that are in the X-Men rosters. There's just so many characters that I think the reason why people love it and relate to it so much is because they can see themselves in a character. Uh, there's a character for everybody to relate to. And I think, when you have enough of these characters, enough people in the world can find themselves in the comics or the show or whatever medium they have. And that's what I feel keeps them coming back. Uh, Keeps them learning, keeps them exploring new POVs or seeing things in a way they haven't seen before.
Nice. What is that special sauce for the X-Men that had to be maintained in this new series?
Oh, the core. I feel this the secret sauce that needed to stay in the show, that was fundamental to stay in the show, was the allegory of why X-Men were created in the first place: prejudice. The minute you take that element away from the X-Men team or the roster, they become a different team. They become a different superhero squad. They are no longer the X-Men. Um, and I think bringing that, but not shying away from it, but bringing it in with a level of higher storytelling and a message to say about stuff, to just even get talking points. Uh, I think that's why I feel this one is so just monumental in audiences' minds and hearts, and why it's more relevant than ever to bring back.
Awesome. Set up the new series for us. How many episodes are there, and what's in store for the characters?
The new series, we have 10 episodes. Um, each one heavier than the last. The show does not stop. We do not let up off the gas. You can look forward to our characters following their mission statement, protecting a world that hates and fears them, but at the same time discovering stuff about themselves, discovering stuff about their found tribe, their family, figuring out where they fit in where their place is in an ever evolving world. And just the it comes down to Magneto's, to quote Magneto in episode 2, coexistence is messy. And the X-Men really figure that out and try to solve that. in our series.
Awesome. How would you describe the animation style?
How would I describe the animation style? I would describe it as fresh but familiar. It's the show that you love and remember, but brought into 4K and in all aspects of what that means, from action to the way the mutant abilities are designed to the way there's nuance in acting to how things are edited to anything and beyond all that. That's where I just think audiences will love the unique approach of fresh but familiar. It's the show you remember, but also it's still relevant and modern enough to be out there and enjoyed today.
Nice. Let's see. What storyline are you most looking forward to sharing with fans?
What storyline am I most excited to share with fans? Uh, I wish I could say. You would have to just watch the show and find out.
Awesome. What role does music play in storytelling? Can you describe working with the Newton brothers?
Absolutely. Working with the Newton brothers has been nothing short of just an amazing collaborative process. That phrase kind of gets thrown around so much these days, but it's absolutely true with them. They are getting to watch them work together in tandem to execute and create the overall grand vision for what it means for our show to be X-Men. Uh, has been really inspiring. It's been pretty wild to see how many different times you can recompose the main theme in various ways and have it invoke different emotions every time, but it's the same theme. Uh, yeah, they're wizards as far as I'm concerned. They're in the whole music department, and what the Newtons bring, they just elevate the storytelling, the emotion, the melodrama, the action, the horror. They just elevate all of it. They nail it out of the park time and time again. And I wish we could clone them.
What do you want fans to walk away saying about this series?
What do I want fans to walk away from saying about this series? One, they liked it. Give us more because getting to work on X-Men is great. But most importantly, I want, as true as it was in the mission statement in the Bible, uh, from day one, people walking away willing to talk, willing to open up a dialogue, and willing to just see a point of view that they would not have normally seen before. You know, just to think, just to get the brain gears going, just to get the heart gears going, just to want to talk.